let's get straight to our top story, the latest on the investigation into whether that attack at the Naval Air Base in Pensacola, Florida, was an act of terror.
Investigators looking into whether the gunman, a member of the Saudi Air Force, was acting alone. They also say he made a visit to New York City in the days before the attack.
Also this morning, other military bases across the country are on alert. For the latest, we turn to ABC's Stephanie Ramos, who's in Pensacola. Good morning to you, Stephanie.
Eva, good morning. Law enforcement officials say they're continuing to follow leads that may help them understand exactly why the gunman opened fire here at the Naval Air Station. Authorities say they're taking a look at his social media footprint, his writings online where he expressed anti-America hate, his phone records, but also his classmates. This morning, several classmates of the Naval Air Station Pensacola gunman are now undergoing FBI questioning after Friday's deadly attack. The Saudi national, part of a training program for international military personnel here in the U.S., opened fire, killing 3 U.S. Navy sailors and injuring 8 others, including law enforcement officers. Investigators looking into whether the attack was motivated by terror.
Florida Senator Rick Scott today demanded a full review of military programs that train foreign nationals in the United States. He joins me now. Senator, this is a horrific day. Unbelievable that this happened yet again. Why is the U.S. military training foreign nationals here in the first place? They can't train in Saudi Arabia. They got a lot of money over there. I'm not following this.
Well, Laura, just your heart goes out to everybody that's been impacted, and you're sure praying for everybody in the hospital. And thank God we have the law enforcement we have in this state that'll run in and took this shooter down. But hey, look, I'm concerned. We've got foreign nationals on our bases. Well, you would expect. I mean, I served in the Navy. You expect when you get on your base, you're safe. And so we've got to have a complete review. Every indication is this is clearly terrorism. And so we've got to understand why these people are on our base. Are they vetted? And clearly we've got to change what we're doing. I've called, I'm going to have a meeting hopefully next week with Secretary Esper and Secretary Pompeo to understand exactly what we need to change to make sure Americans are safe.
Senator Scott, we understand that 3 other Saudis who were on the base were filming this attack. That's the late report tonight as it was taking place. And I believe, unless this report is wrong, 6 were arrested. There's something, if they're just questioned or arrested, but I think they're arrested. I
don't think there's any question. There's terrorism here.
Yeah, I mean, why, I don't understand why it's taking us so long to say it's terrorism. Is this terrorism? I don't know why the FBI
I don't think there's a question there's terrorism
there. Yeah.
Of these other Saudi nationals that you have detained, are they still in your custody?
Again, like I said, they're not in our custody. As I said, they're not in our custody. A lot of the individuals that were on base are cooperating with their Saudi official government, and they have been instructed to follow their commander's leads.
On December 6, 2nd Lieutenant Mohammed Saeed al-Shamrani, a member of the Royal Saudi Air Force, entered a building on grounds of the Pensacola Naval Air Station and killed 3 U.S. sailors and severely wounded 8 other Americans. He was killed during the attack. This was an act of terrorism.
The FBI now retracing the steps of 21-year-old Mohammed al-Shamrani, a second lieutenant in the Royal Saudi Air Force, including a recent trip to New York City, where he visited several attractions. That visit now believed to be tourist in nature.
This was an act of terrorism. The evidence shows that the shooter was motivated by jihadist ideology. During the course of the investigation, we learned that the shooter posted a message on September 11th of this year stating the countdown has begun. During the Thanksgiving weekend, he then visited the 9/11 memorial in New York City.
this morning, two T-38 Talon jets assigned to the 71st Flying Training Wing, while performing a formation training flight, were involved in an aircraft mishap during the landing phase of the mission. It breaks my heart to state that 2 of our Vance family members were killed in this mishap.
2 airmen are dead following a training mishap. It happened at Vance Air Force Base in Enid, Oklahoma. Reporting for Gannett Media, I'm Dave Morris. We heard from Colonel Simmons today addressing the incident that happened on Thursday morning at Vance Air Force Base just outside Enid, Oklahoma, which is about 65 miles northwest of Oklahoma City. Enid, a town of about 50,000, the 9th largest city in Oklahoma. Vance Air Force Base is about 80 years old, built back in 1941. Colonel Simmons, the commander at the base, is actually named after Lieutenant Colonel Leon Vance. The 2 aircraft today were in formation on landing when something happened, a mishap.